Hello, I'm Marnie Rose. I'm Vice Chair of Friends of King Henry's Walk Garden, which is a voluntary group in Islington, North London. We recently opened a new community garden for everybody in the community to use. We have over 70 small growing plots, about 6 metres square each. We have a seed and roof hut for people to use to drink tea and coffee and things like that. We've got a pond, and our patron is Joe Swift of BBC Gardeners World. So we're very lucky to have him. Thanks, Joe. We've also got a greenhouse, and the garden is open to the general public on Wednesdays between 10 and 3 and Saturdays between 12 and 4.
You also run special training courses.
We do. We were given a grant by the Community Chest, which is administered through the Cripplegate Foundation, and they gave us a grant to pay for some workshops to happen here from the moment the garden was open to everybody. But most of them have been masterminded by Caroline Foley, who's written some books on allotment gardening. And we've also had all sorts of other visitors and speakers, and they're going really well.
You've got a special system in place for keeping everybody working their allotment. Could you explain that?
Yes, we have a waiting list for plots. It's between 10 and 15 at the moment. There is a membership secretary, and her responsibility is to monitor the plots and just to check that people are actually growing things on them and they're monitoring them and looking after them properly. And if they're not, they're given a warning, and then over a period of time, if they're still not looking after their plots, then they're allocated to someone else on the waiting list. At the moment, we only have about 3 or 4 that aren't being maintained properly, so I think she's going to be out soon with her claws.
What do you see the future of the garden? How are you going to expand its remit?
Well, the principles of the garden are that organic gardening methods are practiced. We'd like to spread that word, hopefully in partnership with an organic gardening body, so we're looking into that at the moment. And the plan is to continue with the workshops on horticulture, wildlife and gardening. So really it's not just about plants, but it's about wildlife, because we have a tiny woodland next to the site which is listed as a site of borough importance. And we have about 50 trees in there at the moment, and we're going to be running various workshops to educate children and other people about the wildlife that's naturally occurring here in the garden already. We've had robins, woodpeckers, loads of wood pigeon, they keep eating the brassicas, lots of squirrels and foxes and rats probably.
Have you actually received some compost from the council?
There's a fantastic volunteer called Andy Parkinson. He's kind of our site manager, and he's been in charge of compost, and he did get some compost from the council, yes. We've also had demonstrations from Hybrid Builders Collective. They've been fantastic today with the demonstration, their vertical demonstration on growing fruit and vegetables.
How do you see the garden progressing as a community resource?
I see the garden as, which is the main reason why I became involved in it actually, as becoming a place for everyone and anyone to meet. It's across all religions, all ages. It's healthy, it's good for you, it ticks every box in terms of a healthy, happy lifestyle. And as far as I'm concerned, we're going to run events, workshops, we're going to keep the site busy, so that people get a sense of community when they come around here, and they walk around the corner through the gate and they say, wow, this is great.
When food quadruples in price, what security measures did you see yourself putting in?
Well, who knows, we might have to put barbed wire up everywhere to stop people stealing the